Hello guys and welcome back to Wednesday's lesson. I just want to say well done for all of your hard work so far. I'm very proud. So keep up the amazing effort. Before we start today's lesson, can you please make sure that you have everything that you need, all of your equipment and your exercise book or whatever else you're writing on. Pause the video now and make sure you are ready. Okay, if you are back, that means that you are ready to write our title, our date, and our LO, which is I will learn how to explain quotation so I can write a full analytical paragraph. Pause the video now and copy this down. Okay, if you're back, that means you're ready to start our do now. Today, I want you to copy the 2 sentences that are perfect points. Okay, so let's read these 5 and then you need to choose the 2 that are perfect to write down. At the beginning, Oliver is sad. At the beginning, Dickens shows that Oliver is in pain. As the text goes on, Oliver shows Mr. Brownlow is kind. Throughout the novel, Dickens is presented as happy. At the end of the novel, Dickens presents Bill as out of control. Pause the video now and write down the 2 perfect points. Okay, if you are back, that means that you are ready to make your corrections. So if you've got the 2 of them right, give them a tick. If you've got them wrong, just cross them out and write the correct ones, which are: at the beginning, Dickens shows that Oliver is in pain. At the end of the novel, Dickens presents Bill as out of control. Both of these use all of the 4 steps in our flowchart. So pause the video and make sure that you have these written down if you hadn't done so already. Alright, so as you saw from the LO, we're going to be talking about explaining a quotation today. So far for our analytical paragraph, you have your point, you have your quote, and today we're introducing the final step, which is our explanation. Now, on Friday, you're going to be doing an essay for me, and that essay just requires you to do each of these steps, which make 1 paragraph, 3 times. So you do a point, a quote, an explanation, you go back to the beginning, point, quote, explanation, go back to the beginning and do point, quote, explanation again. So how do we explain our quotation? So last week you saw that I had written this example for you. My point: by the end of the novel, Dickens portrays Bill Sikes as furious, and my quote: before finding Nancy, Bill Sikes is red with rage. Now, to help me explain this quote, I am just going to use this little mind map with the quote inside. And I'm going to annotate around this mind map by thinking about this question. How does this quote, red with rage, show that Bill Sikes is furious? Right, so just watch me annotate this quotation now. You don't have to do anything, you're just going to watch me. Right, so I think this quote shows that Bill Sikes is furious because the word rage, if you're like feeling rage, is extreme anger, right? So I'm going to write that it shows that he is feeling extreme anger. And also often when you're feeling rage, you kind of can't control it. Cannot control his feelings. Obviously he's furious at Nancy because he thinks he's betrayed him. So he might not be able to control that anger. Also, the word red kind of links to, like, if your cheeks are flushed red, you're often quite kind of frustrated. So it links to frustration. And I'm also actually going to write kind of It makes me think of flushed cheeks. All right, so what I've done is I've used this quote and I've thought about how does that quote show that Bill Sikes is furious, and I've come up with these 4 ideas. I'm going to show you later how this mind map is going to form the explanation of my quote. All right. So also last week I asked you guys to have a go at writing a point and a quote. And this is one of the examples that one of you did. At the end of the novel, Dickens presents Bill Sikes as threatening. Before murdering Nancy, Bill's fists were clenched. We're going to use this today to practice our explanation. So can you please pause the video now and copy this point and quote down for me? Okay, if you're back, that means that you've got this point and quote written down. And you're going to do the same process. So we need to write the quote in a little bubble on our page. So can you pause the video now and copy this mind map down, please? Okay, if you're back, that means that you have both of these things written in your exercise book. If you don't, just pause now, make sure that's done before you move on. So now it's your guys' turn to label around this mind map to help you explain how does this quote show that Bill Sikes is threatening. And I've given you some extra questions to help you do that. So you might want to write an answer to this question. What action does the word fists hint that Bill might do? How is Bill feeling? Why is Bill feeling this way? What does the word clenched mean? And if you're not sure, you can always quickly Google to get a definition. And why is he clenching his hands? All of these little purple questions will help you explain how does this quote show that Bill Sikes is threatening. So what I would like you to do now is complete the mind map using the questions around it to help you. So you're going to draw your little lines off like this, and you're going to write some ideas about how this quote shows that Bill Sikes is threatening. Pause the video and take as long as you need to do that now. Okay, if you're back, that means that you have a mind map with lots of lovely labels coming off of it. So, how do we use this mind map to finish off our paragraph? To write our explanation, we're going to start with a sentence starter that looks like this. This shows that Bill is furious because. Obviously, this part here will change depending on what you have written in your point. So I'm looking at my mind map, which I have open on another screen. I'm going to use my annotations to complete this sentence starter to explain how this quote shows that Bill Sikes is furious. All right, so this shows that Bill is furious because I'm going to talk about the word rage. It shows that Bill is furious because he seems to be extremely angry, and this anger might be uncontrollable. And at the bottom there, I'm going to put my full stop. So this is my explanation, and this forms my full paragraph. My point: by the end of the novel, Dickens portrays Bill Sikes as furious. My quote: before finding Nancy, Bill Sikes is red with rage. And my explanation: This shows that Bill is furious because he seems to be extremely angry, and this anger might be uncontrollable. All right, so you have written these down from earlier in the lesson, your point and your quote. Now it's your turn to complete the sentence starter. As you can see, the word here has changed from furious to threatening because my point says that Bill Sikes is threatening. That's what I'm trying to explain. So, can you now copy and complete this red sentence starter using your mind map to finish off the ideas, just like I did? Pause the video and complete this sentence starter to explain your quote now. Okay, guys, if you're back, that means that you have written your explanation using your mind map. Now, what I would like you to do is, as always, send me a picture of your work from today to my email. And I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's video lesson. Excellent work, guys. I will speak to you tomorrow.